What's up? What's up? Hopefully everything's working. I think so. Happy Sunday. And the football is back. This isn't Wednesday night. What up, MSK? What up, John Bear? We back, we back. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You know how we do. MLB The Show. What a time to be alive. What up, Zach? More MLB than me recently. I actually beat the XP path. I haven't been playing that much. But let me actually see how many hours I've played so far in the last, week and a half? How do you check that? Universal profile? I haven't even gone into my universal profile. So far, I have played a day and 4 hours. So I've played 28 hours so far. Yo, John Bear coming in with a sub for 59 months. Almost 5 years, one month shy of 5 years. Oops, since when do we do oops around here? Since when we play video games that are going to destroy me. It is an oop. Tis an oop. Been playing the new Astrobot game. It's so good. I didn't realize there was a new one. Like, I saw people talking about Astrobot, and I was like, are people, like, playing the original PS5 Astrobot game again? Like, what's happening? But I actually liked the first Astrobot game that came with the PS5. So, did you play that one that came with the PS5 to MSK? And how would you compare it with that one? And is it free? Haven't gamed in like 2-ish weeks. Nice. Second one's so good. Okay. Well, John Bear, I appreciate you, man, because I like foods and I like dudes. Hope everyone's having a good Wednesday. Sunday. I should be streaming this Wednesday as well. We're going to start streaming a little bit earlier on Wednesdays because I've got my, well, I want to say lockdown, but things could change because it's not 100% final, but at least for this week and expecting to be for future weeks. Wednesdays, I should be working from home as well as Mondays. So I should be able to start stream earlier on Wednesdays. I can't end it later because I still have to wake up early for work the next day. But I won't have to commute on Wednesdays so I can start earlier. So I'm thinking like 6:30 probably is when we'll start streams on Wednesdays. Probably do like 6:30 to 9 o'clock, something like that, Central Time. Code words for the 2017 Astros. Second one's better is not free, price is worth it. Okay, I'll look into it. I'm also in Zach's boat right now. He said he hasn't gamed in 2-ish weeks. The only reason I've been able to game this last week is because I've been sick. And then also working from home because I was sick. Otherwise, like with the commute and stuff, I haven't had time. And also the wedding, etc. So, been the last 4 months. Everything you see on my screen, actually my screen's not even open. Let me just go to this. And you still can't see it. I'll move my camera up a little bit. 1 day, 4 hours, 42 minutes. So all of this 28 hours of gameplay has been all of my gaming pretty much in the last like 4 months. Not quite. I would say if I had to guess in the last 4 months, I've probably gamed for about 60 hours total. A 9-run lead yet? Not a 9-run lead. I've given up a 5-run lead, and I had to win that game. And actually, it started at 5-0, and I can't remember if I got a bigger lead and then blew it. But that game was kind of back and forth. Like I blew the lead like 2-3 times in that game, and then I think I won like 16-15 in 10 innings. Literally stopped playing the weekend of you streaming. What a waste of money. Stopped playing the weekend of you streaming. Oh, like you played up until yesterday? Is that what you're saying? We'll do some co-op at some point with chat. Not today, but I think what I'm going to try to do is set up a co-op queue for the next few streams. And we'll try to go from there. I think that's what we'll do. Like, if you know it is an illusion. What up, Red Sox guy? I'm doing okay. I still have a lot of congestion. So I apologize if I cough directly into your ears today. I'll try to mute, but my hotkey I don't think is set. So sorry. Wait, is it? No, I don't think my hotkey is set. So I might cough in your ear. Just a heads up. What's going on, Angel? Hope you're doing good. Hope you're doing good. I forgot what that's what it said. Fraudulos. Fraudulosios. Um, I'm okay. Yeah, just still a little bit sick. Like I feel good, but I still have that like congestion in my chest. And I haven't go to the doctor. So I was like, okay, I'll get over it and like I feel okay. But the congestion's not going away, so I'm like, I don't know. Maybe I still need to go to the doctor. But otherwise good. Otherwise good. So yeah, if you guys want to play co-op, I don't know how I want to set it up because I know a lot of people want to play co-op. I will put right now. I'm gonna do a message in Discord. And it's going to say, react to this message if you want to join the co-op queue for the next streams. So just do that if you guys are interested. Yeah, so we'll start a little bit earlier on Wednesday. We'll try to play, 2-3 co-op games and keep it going throughout the rest of the month. I think we'll try to do it that way. It just depends on how many people, because I know a few people have asked already. And co-op, I think, is a lot of fun. Right now, I just want to play some ranked, just because I haven't played in a minute. And I'm sure it'll get old quick enough. I did like one BR run. I got like 7-0, then lost to a streamer, and then got to like 9-1, and then choked a game. Like I had the game in the bag. I just had to do a small comeback, and I had the runners on base in the third, and then hit into like a couple double plays, like throughout the game. But I've been hitting to a lot of double plays. That's been the bane of my existence so far. It's just a ton of double plays. How do you have 300k stubs? BR is so cheeks. I got a chase pack. It was a Corey Seager chase pack. I pulled a Ronald Acuna. Let's see. I did like that BR run because like the packs in the BR program, all those cards are like expensive. So I think these are all sellable. You can sell those for 20. Even these you can sell for like 20. I probably did sell nows on those, but I got like 1, 2 of those. These go for like 5. So that right there is like a decent amount of stubs. I've pulled a decent amount of diamonds. Nothing crazy other than that Acuna. Come back on Sunday, next Sunday? Okay. What you got going on in New York? BR is not fun. Like I remembered why I don't like BR after I played that. I've actually bought a lot of cards too. Like I've been buying cards for like 20k, 40k, 60k. So I don't know where I made all these stubs. Let's see. Sold that Corey Seager was a big part of it. Got that in the chase pack. Jackson Holiday. I bought these cards, so I had even more stubs. These ones were the cards from the BR program, I think. There's that Acuna. Lawrence Butler, I think we pulled while I was on stream last time. And then these handful of cards here. Some of them are buys. So I don't even know. I don't even know where I got the rest of the stubs. 5 to 6 wins. Either have a game where I choke badly or play someone's like 89-3. Yeah. Yeah. What up, Chris? Can you ship me a better taco? Better taco is no hard shell. Who's a streamer I lost to? It was like Big Helly or something. Classic Blue Jays behavior. Mission taco. Oh, look at this. I played one event game to warm up before stream. And so I've been selling these cards. If I get a duplicate, I'm just selling them. But that hasn't been that much as you saw from the pages that we just saw. You had Mission Taco when we get... Oh, that's what that was. Okay. Yes. I had a... I think it was like a mango shrimp or mango fish taco. Something like that. I just really want some torchies, bro. No, sorry. That was bad. Las Nutba. I've already got my wild cards taken up. He's below 100 against lefties, although that defense is kind of nasty. Also, my lineup was like pretty good, so I'm not super concerned with these cards right now. I'll show you my lineup before we play. Nutba, Japanese legend. These are all Season 1 cards. There's that Aaron Loop. Yeah, let me show you my lineup, and we'll play some ranked. I think I'm like 2 points below 700, so I might end up in an all-star game, which I wouldn't mind. But I might end up in a... What's it called? Hall of Fame game for sure. It's possible. Alright, so lineup looks like this. We got Biggio, Lance Lynn, Dansby Swanson, who's insane for me. Steve Finley is a wild card right now. Hank Aaron I got from the XP path, which I finished somehow. David Justice. Eduardo Escobar from Season 1. Dylan Dingler. Johan Santana, who I don't think is doing great for me. Spending 250 right now. It's got a 300 OPS, OBP, though, which doesn't usually happen for me. At best, it's like 10 points higher. So many classics now. Classic entertainment industry move. What up, Diablo? For 4 minutes of playing, right? We were just showing chat. I have 28 hours of playing so far, which is a lot, but it's only happened because I've been sick. And my rotation here, we've got this Nolan Arenado, Pico Armstrong, Brandon Crawford, Ellie De La Cruz, and Mason Wynn. And we got Wade Boggs. Who was this? Trevino, Diekman, Charlie Blackmon, Manny Machado, John Franco, Paul O'Neill, and Jurickson Profar is my closer. I also have this Bruce Sutter card. I'm not a fan of primary splitters. This Cronenworth, I think, is probably good, but I haven't been good with them. I haven't been good with any of these cards. Mark McGuire's got 11 ERA. Got this Andrew Miller card that's sitting around. So we have some backups in the bullpen too. But that's where we are right now. And this McClanahan, I think, doesn't have very high contact. Now that we're getting up to Hall of Fame, I'm going to keep some high contact cards. Ever tried NCAA? I've played NCAA one time on like Xbox 360 because my cousin has it. Do you got Jimmy Rollins from Season 1? I do not have him. Was that a captain card? Do Suter like it's 2018, right? We're 14-2 in ranked. One of those losses was on stream at the end of stream last time. And then I lost one more game since then. So we're at 698. We're playing good old Laughing Mountain Park. I think I've only had one game in Shieldwood so far. That was quick. Here we go. I've not played a Hall of Fame game, so hopefully, I'm kind of hoping this is on All-Star. But who knows? Their teams looks pretty all right, but they got some like 93s and stuff in there. We're playing in Arizona. Another Zin player, dude. Didn't we have a conversation last week about Zins and like why would you make it your logo? Someone else had the same thing and it was a different logo. I don't think it was this logo, right? Yo, what's up, Matt? Got 6 so he can grind the game and not get sniped. Yes. Classic dude food maneuver. Classic dude food mess around. The honkers of 24. What up, Johnny Balls? What's going on? Suspend the Zins. Oh, I didn't even see that baseball. Zins are the new White Claw, honestly. Martin Diego. I cannot see the baseball. I don't know if it's because of the jersey. I think I also have the brightness kind of turned down a little bit. Maybe it's because of his release point? I don't know. Does that say they're eating the dogs? Oh my god. Johnny's working quick with these emotes. I love how it's too late, but now they have to rescind all their statements because of the people that made up all that garbage. Love it. Love America. I've only drank one can and I didn't hate it. They're still popular. I don't think they're popular like they were, like everybody talked about them. But maybe it's just like everybody's just got them now and they're not talking about it. You misunderstood the meaning of got that dog in it. Get down the line. I should not have swung at that baseball. I'll say, how about them Cardinals? Are they back in the mix? I think I'm going to be rooting for the Yankees in the playoffs, it looks like. Schwarber tomorrow. Ooh. There's that Corbin Carroll card that... Oh, nice. It looks like he's not super easy to get. I'll probably... Remind me to ask you guys about the best way to do monthly programs right now, because I'm a little bit like... I don't know if I want to be locking in cards, etc., etc. So, let's take a look at that. Carroll looks pretty good. Looks like it's hard to get. Oh, and look, another double play ball. Good lord. The Dogs who can't win a series against last place team of AL East. But yeah, I'll be rooting for the Yankees fan. My wife's a default Yankees fan. And I don't have a strong tie to any other teams in the playoffs, it looks like. Like, I usually root for, oh boy, the Rangers. Rangers who won last year. But they're not going to be in the playoffs. I would root for the Rockies, but the Rockies will never make the playoffs. And nobody else that I'm, like, super interested in rooting for. Swing is not as bad as last year. Oh, really? I thought it was the same. Obviously, I hadn't really played much. But I'm surprised to hear it's any different from what I have seen. Probably won't be broken for another 100 years. Love it. I've been actively rooting for it all year. Except it's so funny because they can't even get a top 10 pick. Corbin's easy. You just got to complete collections. So my Orioles make it. We have been tanking. Yeah. It looked like you guys were going to have a really smooth ride this season. But the Yankees did make their little comeback. I root for whatever team TLR is on. Might not be different, but don't mind it. Yeah, gotcha. Let me know if any of the audio is like too loud or too quiet or whatever.
Nope, outside.
Zin Boy's making some swings. I think like all 4 of the swings have been good so far. That's another like squared up ball, just not just too early on it. So this could be a long game. You know, the White Sox are hilarious. They're just like so funny. They're on a 2-game win streak though. So I think they have to go like 8 and 7 or something the rest of the year. No, because they've won these last 2 games. So I think they need to go like 6 and 9 or something the rest of the year to not break the record and win more than 40 games. Which, like, they've won 25% of their games so far this year, so they're definitely not on pace to do that. But it would be kind of funny if they just rattled off, like, a bunch of wins in a row here. Grady the coach, true. Oh. Somebody disconnected. I don't know if it was me or if it was them. I blame Dude Food for my hometown Orioles tanking. You put Takis in their diet. Hey, Takis make you win, though. I saw the New York 701, and I was like, are they rated 701? Why is it in that spot? Like, it made my brain short circuit when I saw where the 701 was located. But I guess they disconnected. You watched the new Beetlejuice movie? I never watched the first one. And I'm not really interested, but what about you? You seen it? I'm going to go double check that I'm on LAN. I believe I am. No, I'm on Wi-Fi. Let me switch to LAN. Michael Keaton is good. Nice. Oh, you can still hear the audio in the background. Freaking go to the XP path so it goes away. Yeah, you can hear it in the background. Okay, at least it goes away at an appropriate time. Not always, though. All right, next game's going to be on Hall of Fame. Let's see how this goes. Pinatas. Oh, this is why he's so cheap. Wish they'd do away the sets and seasons. How's everybody felt about it so far this year? For me personally, selfishly, it's nice to be able to hop in and basically catch up to everybody after not playing the whole year. So that has helped. If there were no sets and seasons, I probably wouldn't have bought the game last year, and I would not have played the game this year, most likely. But that's like, not necessarily like a good thing. Like if it makes it better for someone, because I've said this in the past too, that there's always like ways, they always make it so that if you don't start buying the game at the beginning of the year, they always make it like almost too easy to catch up, in my opinion. So I've always considered that a flaw or like kind of a funky thing about the game. So even though selfishly it's helping me now, I don't think it's necessarily a good thing. It's just kind of like, oh, it works for me right now. I think it could be executed better, just don't know how. You're playing a low-calorie beer. We went from Zins to beers. It was fine, but getting ridiculous. Can't use the cards I want besides the 4 wildcard spots. Valid. And also, it feels like they cycle very quickly. Like, we had... You get to use a card for, like, a few days, and then, like, a new card comes out. That, like... Oh, I just put in 200k for, like, this one card. And now he's not better than the card I can get for 12k in the market. Because it has to move fast. Because you've got such a limited time for the season. So yeah, like you have to make the cards come out really fast. And all of a sudden, you're just like swimming upstream. Or you're getting like penalized for grinding. That was the one thing about like making it too easy to catch up. It's not that in itself is a bad thing. But I feel like you get penalized for grinding.
That's a ball.
So, I don't know. I think sets and seasons makes a lot more sense for a... I said this before. I think it makes more sense for like a battle pass model, and I think they might go to a battle pass model in the next 2 years. And I think the major issue with going to a battle pass model was the fact that you would have to not buy a new game, but lose your team. And I don't think the psychology of that worked. But now that we have been accustomed to losing our teams, which we don't like necessarily, I think probably most people don't like it, but now we're used to it. It's just how it is. And so I think we've kind of been trained to, if we were to go to a battle pass model, that part is no longer like an issue. We still wouldn't like it, but we would be used to it. If you're going to let this game destroy you, I might as well ease the suffering. What battle pass? I got a PS5 soon. Possibly the last MLB The Show for the PS4. There's definitely no battle pass like confirmed or anything. That's my speculation. That they might do it in the next 2 years. Or they stop doing yearly releases. And then just go to a battle pass model. Where now that we have seasons, you can just refresh every season. And there's almost no point in having a yearly release, other than the fact that you might get issues with like legend contracts or whatever. You know how like we get like 30 new legends every year, and they're paying for some, and then the contract expires for the last legends that we had in the previous game. Some of them disappear and some of them are new ones. Some of them come back. So the language of that, like in their contracts, might be a little funky. But I don't think that's that big of an issue. I think they can just have them expire at the end of a season, and it's like, okay, they're just gone. Now all of a sudden, like
That's just out.
in spring 2025, like you just got some more legends, and I think from a player standpoint, it doesn't really matter. I don't know what Greg means. I think he was alluding to co-op, and yes, Greg will be playing co-op on Wednesday this week. So if you're interested, I know you're interested. I'll put you at the top of the queue because you were one of the first people to ask. But in the Discord, just drop a react to the last message in general. So I just have a list of people that I can make a queue for on Wednesday and future streams as well. So I think that's what we'll mostly do probably is just play co-op on stream. So I'm just going to make a list so I don't miss anybody. And then we can also like plan ahead because I don't want to be like, especially with like how quits and stuff work. I don't want to be like, oh, everybody gets one game and then someone plays for like 2 innings and then, you know, the next person has to play. So I would rather do it like per stream. Like just choose a couple people per stream. And that way we can, everybody kind of gets an equal amount of time. Good take. By having a presence in chat. Oh, fair enough. Appreciate the emotional support because I will need it.
0-1. No balls, 2 strikes.
I haven't gotten to the point yet where I think honestly having swing feedback off completely changes the way that you play this game. Yo, what up, Fitz? Of all the video games ever made, this is one of them. Truly one of the video games of all time. New York Times says yes. If I got a new phone, it's one of the folding ones. Let's go. Which one is it? Is it a Galaxy? A OnePlus? 4 additional fans in my case, although they're evidently working. I'm unable to figure out how to add RGB lighting to them. I can't remember. I haven't done lights. I don't think I have much RGB in my computer in the first place. But do they need different headers to plug into? I assume they were in there. Adjust the fan speeds. I like using what do I use? This is the one that like Jay's 2 cents did a video on a long time ago, but fan control. It's like fancontrol.exe or something that you get off of somebody's open source on GitHub. That's the software I use. Captains need to work better. I agree. Starting out, we need 1 pitcher, 1 hitter, cap. Oof. There's only allowed to boost 1 thing, like Jimmy Rollins boost speed and Johnson movement. Interesting. 1 pitching and 1 hitting. And then, so you want the captains to do less? And then can you have multiple captains on your team? Is that what you're saying? It's my first Hall of Fame game. Bear with me while I catch up to these baseballs. Just my fans through IQ software, but the initial 6 fans I've installed since day 1 are showing up as options. Only the initial 6 fans. Yeah, I'm not sure. I've never used the software. I got to the ball. Timed it, but it was too high for me to get to. That would have been a home run in MLB 21. Do less, but only 2 per team because you can get teams too overpowered. Interesting. I think that's probably true. Like, there's just some captains that are much better than other captains. It's just funky because, like, I had, like, a cool idea for this a while ago. And I think it had to do more with, like, everybody's a captain. And you're kind of, like, building up Like you're kind of like adding players to each other. Like, okay, I got 5 shortstops that I want to use this season.
0-1.
Is there a way to like make that worthwhile for me?
No
And so
balls,
like,
2 strikes.
I don't know, they're kind of like adding up.
Ball 1.
And it's not like you have like Babe Ruth plus Hank Aaron plus whoever, like all these 125s adding to each other. It's more like you have like a base player and you add all these players to each other. And the more you get, like more cards you collect, the stronger your lineup is becoming. But it's becoming better, slower. So like you said, like they're only adding to like one attribute, or like they're adding a little bit to a card that's like already kind of underpowered and like making them worthwhile. That was kind of my idea for it. Only because the only thing I disagree with you on, Chris, is
Inside.
I don't want to get more cards that I can't use. That's my issue, is that you're like spending so much time like getting all these cards, and then like they're all wasted.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
It's like a lot of wasted time. So if I get more cards, I want to be able to use them more. So like maybe captains can do more, but to your point, we don't want them to become overpowered. So like you said, like have them do less, but maybe add up a little bit more, something like that. That's how I would kind of meet you in the middle on that one.
Off the plate, ball 1.
All captains should be core. That's a good idea too. 4 extras are running, but they're spinning around. But they're not like able to be controlled. Yeah. I'm not sure. Not sure how that software
1
works.
strike.
Usually there's like other sense, like once you plug in your fan into your headers, they should show up, like your headers should have sensors that pick up those fans. So you might need to just like refresh the software. I'm sure you've tried that already, but it should be picked up somewhere.
That pitch is out.
Couldn't put together a team of all perfect people. You have to have flawed cars and a flawed team. I do feel you on that. Great hitters, but bad defense. Maybe big bombers, but not good accuracy. Did I miss a sets and seasons discussion? We are in the middle of it, but yes. Big on righties and not lefties. Doesn't take long in the game before every team
Ball that's
has
outside.
every player that's great at everything. Yeah. Into a commander core? I'm not sure I know what that is.
Nope, that's off the plate, ball 2.
Did you not have enough headers on your CPU? Is that what happened? So you needed, like, an extra thing? It's a game, set, match for the game I knew and love. Thinking all captains should be core, 2 per team. Yeah. Looking for this pun the whole drive. Proprietary Corsair hub. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure. That's as far as I know. All right, we're starting to catch up. Home run and now a double from Lance Lynn. Second time through the orders, working a little bit better. Yeah, I agree with you, Matt, like on some level, but that's also like I have that feeling, and then I check myself a little bit because I'm like, oh, I don't know if I'm like careful what I wish for kind of thing. And then maybe I get to that point where they're like, okay, we're going to make you have like flaws in your lineup. And I'm like, oh, actually, I don't like this. I want the other thing back. So like I just don't know if I agree or disagree for the sake that like maybe I don't know what I want in that kind of situation. But I have had that feeling before for sure. Is there a copyright thing that prevents MLB The Show from doing a chem system? I don't think so, probably. I wouldn't imagine that there is. I just have a feeling that they don't want like 2 players to just tie to each other like that, and that's why they did captains in a more general broad way. But I think there's cool ways to do chemistry. Fans are operating means it must be plugged into the proper heading. Maybe not necessarily, because it could just mean that it's getting power, but it's not getting controls. All right, another disconnect from the opponent. That's 2 so far today. I don't like how it's just 1 captain, 1 hitting for hitting and 1 for pitching, so there's almost always a meta build. Yeah. We were kind of getting to that a little bit earlier. I think like there should be, I think since you have so many cards that get wasted, I just feel like you should be able to like have all the cards kind of be captains and then have them be more worth it and kind of build like lesser cards into something bigger so that like when you're getting more cards, it's not a waste of time like it currently is. Rage quit at 1-0. The last one I was losing 2-0, hit a home run, and they left in the middle of the home run. So I have a feeling both of these were disconnects. What inning did Mans quit in? It was like the 3rd or something like that. Not very long. So I think both were disconnects, to be honest. I do think there's a lot of this thing right now isn't good. This thing I don't have would be great, and that won't change no matter what we have now and what we want. Valid. So that's why I don't mind them doing something like sets and seasons, where it's like, okay, let's try something, and then maybe they go back to something. You know how like I don't know if Diablo's still here, but he's always talking about like the old system Road to the Show, where you have like attribute points, and like he wants to go back and play that version, and like I don't mind how they've gone and changed things for now, but you know, like I think by now they should have gone back to attribute points. Like I don't mind them trying something for a couple of years, keep it fresh, go back to another system. You can either rotate, because right now it feels like they've locked into something which they feel like is just the better option, and I don't think that's necessarily true. I think keeping it fresh, just going back and forth between 2 systems is probably like infinitely more positive for the longevity of like people's interest. Whose man is this? And now it's rubbing off on me. I don't know if you got that answer for Chem System, but it's like captains, but just with like 2 players basically. Like, first one that comes to mind is like the 1-2 punch of Ryan Braun and Prince Fielder when they were on Milwaukee. And like, you could say that I don't know if they had real teammate chemistry, but you know, they were a combo on that team. And they actually had that 1-2, the punch celebration after one of them hit a home run. And so yeah, just like it's like captains, but just for like 2 players basically. More flexibility where you get boosts for different types of links. Valid. When are they going to give us Tim Anderson Field of Dreams card with 115 power on both sides? Yeah, bring it back. Bring it back. They got to do it soon because I don't know. He might be out of the league pretty soon. Whose Mads is this? Yeah, fair. Yeah. Should have been known. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see if they go back and change it up completely next year. Again, I gave them credit last year for trying something new for sets and seasons. I thought that the decisions that they made were like obviously not going to work, which makes me like, okay, like what are you actually trying? Like, where's the disconnect here? Like making everything like a 99 on day 1 was like obviously silly. And I feel like they should have known that, which makes me concerned. I would say makes me concerned, like, at the time. Obviously, I don't care anymore, because they're kind of doing whatever they want to do. And I've given my opinions on, like, it's a business, like, it's not going to ever become less money-focused. Like, every year it's going to get a little bit more money-focused. Because it has to. That's not necessarily their fault, but, you know, it does kind of suck for us. But also, like, I don't really care that much anymore. We're just vibing. But it's fun to have the discussions regardless. The 1-1, the TA 1-1, 1 home run, 1 KO. Let me be back in 2 minutes. I'll start up another ranked game. Last ranked game, like, they found immediately, so I'm not going to queue anything up, but I will be right back. More thoughts on sets and seasons. More thoughts on what do you think they're actually going to change next year? Because I think Diamond Dynasty just needs a full refresh, like game modes wise and like how you're doing missions, but that might be too much. Obviously silly, he says, but I still defend it. I don't defend that part of it. Oh, are you saying that you defend the 99s, Matt, last year? Or are you saying I was defending the 99s? Did a new guy already go around my tripping? Wait, I thought you said you didn't want to have like all the like flawless teams. Let me just make sure I didn't get any new cards here. Okay, let's run it. Appreciate you guys all hanging on this kind of last second stream on the Sunday. Hope you're all having a good Sunday. I think the Bears play at 7:20. I watched the game last week, actually, the second half. I plan on watching the game tonight. Caleb Williams, truther, I suppose. I'm not sold on him, but I just got an alert that says don't let the White Sox get hot from my the score app. Chicago wins back-to-back games the first time since June 27th and 29th. I think 99 should still be flawed, but the idea of having the best cards for a season available immediately is either good or fine. Interesting. I want to hear more. Wouldn't mind a return of something like the XP reward path where 99s are drip fed and you get to decide which 99s you want first. The prestige path was cool. I agree. True Chicago sports behavior. Appearance of hope, but Caleb Williams is garbage. We'll see. It makes me interested enough to want to watch. So that's something, I guess. Is this a created park? As far as looking at ranked season specifically. There were a couple years where the XP reward path was like really hype. Also, credit to them for changing how like start of the season collections work. I have 6 home runs with Craig Biggio. I never hit well with this card. When the best cards of a season available to start with, you can be on the leading edge immediately. Austin Riley is the pitcher. Okay. And my opponent left already. What is happening today? Instead of saving up and spending on a big player and then having it be useless the week later because of power creep. You know what? I'm gonna just say it. I'm just gonna say it. I deserve this for all the disconnects and quits that, or disconnects and freezes that I've had over the course of my life. I deserve this. I deserve this. I agree with your point so far, Matt. My question to follow up on that would be, yeah, you can get to that point. Okay, you got your team looking pretty good. How do you continue to drop content the rest of the year? That's my question. Makes competition more competitive for part of the game. For that part of the game instead of pay to win or super grind. Generally agree. I'm nothing to say about that because I agree with those points. But I am interested in the thoughts of like how do you keep that fresh during the rest of the year. I deserve it. I deserve this. Nothing wrong with grinding, but I don't have time to do it, nor am I going to keep dropping more money. Seasons is what makes the content fresh. Dude Food's doing a Rapinoe impression, and that's not what I had on my bingo card. I unfortunately have not seen this Rapinoe interview, I'm assuming. Or is it a meme? Next season you have a new card, so it's fresh. Never mind. Nothing is perfect, by the way. I agree, and that's why I'm also like, yeah, they tried it. They did it for a year. Try something new next time. It sucks now. It sucks that you have cards and now they can't be used. He's throwing dots though. Is he back? I don't think so. CPU's just throwing dots.
Batting sixth, the designated hitter, David Justice.
Yes. So generally I agree with everything you said. Main competitive rule set should be like live series only or something like that. Interesting. Generally I agree with you. I guess the part where I'll push back is just like defending myself, calling it obviously silly is in the go back. Is that I think the reality of understanding what was disliked by the majority of the hardcore players in previous years was that it got repetitive quickly. And I don't think they solved that problem. And I think that's why I thought it was obviously silly, is because it was like directly... Oh, hey, they're back. Directly against like what the main issue was in a previous year. So I think it's contextual, the way that I said that. Check Discord DMs? Okay. Because, again, I agree with all your points. So it's not... My point was still subjective. Whoop. The whole game is repetitive. Yeah, it's like you don't envy their. I deserve this. Okay, thanks, Jackie. No, no, you're definitely not. I just wanted to make sure that it didn't sound like I was calling anyone silly
It's 0-1.
for feeling like that was a good idea, because also because again, like in other contexts, like it probably was a good idea. So likewise. Nice. I think they left on time, so I think they would have been safe at third. I'm not taking anything seriously. Just how fun to have discussion while playing. 100%. 100%. I just try to use a little bit more. Because I did say silly, so. I was like, oh. That could be disrespectful. That's all I'm saying. I didn't mean it to be disrespectful. But yeah, so I think like the way that they did it last year, or just discussions during that season, yeah, for sure. The way they did it that year is just like I feel like if they had done sets and seasons with a power creep, I think that would have been like objectively the right way to start it off. And then maybe, I don't know, because I think people will complain no matter what.
0-1.
Like whatever you change it to, because again, like you said, it's never gonna be perfect. So if the solution's not perfect, solution sometimes should just be
Ball.
contextual. And I don't know. I don't envy their position. Nobody seemed to like it but you. In my view, it seemed like what hardcore fans complained about, but was actually what they wanted to grind, was actually basically that they wanted to grind and spend money to be better. Yep. Valid. They didn't want someone to show up and have the same player advantage that they had.
The batter number 7, second base.
Yep.
Craig.
And I think that more comes down to a game mode issue again. Like you were saying, that was specific to your opinion of ranked. And it's like, okay, well, what if we had tournaments that actually like made sense? There's like so many issues with tournaments. I haven't even been following the tournament stuff this year, so I don't know exactly how it's going. But I've heard they have had some big issues here and there with certain things. And what I've said like the last 5 years is like, okay, if they're really locking into tournaments as the premier competitive mode, then ranked can kind of take a little bit of a different identity. Then all of a sudden you can change the way ranked rewards work and lineups work and all this kind of stuff. And you can kind of make it more of a build a better team kind of thing, kind of mode. And then you've got events. You can kind of like shift how that is. Like for a long time, it was a way to farm cards, but I don't think it's still that way. Like, I don't know. I feel like events are just a little bit
Strike one.
kind of
0 balls, 1 strike.
hidden off to the side now. So
1 ball, 1
I
strike.
feel like a more clear approach to some of those game modes kind of also helps solve that problem. Tourneys for current sets and tournaments for all sets. Wanted to use a card for more than one season. Yeah.
Hack. 0-1.
Yep.
1-1.
Be kind of sad if I lose this game because they were auto pitching for the first like 6 batters. Favorite card for all seasons though. Isn't it boring to have like 9 cards that you use that you like in your team the whole year? I think that's what a lot of people said that they didn't like in the first place. So I think it's just like a shift of like some people who liked that and some people who didn't. And like when it wasn't the case, when it was the case where like you kind of have a meta lineup for like the whole year, basically. Back in like 1819, something like that. You kind of have like a meta lineup, and there's not much. Like every team that you face is going to be like the same team as well. A lot of people were like, we don't like that. We want lineup variability. And then so you get some lineup variability, and it goes like far in the other direction. And now you get to the point where some people are like, wait, I want to be able to use all my cards. So it's just like flipping to the other side, and then the other people are like not happy about it. So maybe not so much winning. Lose almost. Yeah, 87 chipper first week and couldn't use it 2 months later.
That's in. Ball.
Sure, you could, but you wouldn't. Yeah, I was more talking about like the cards that you get in like June and stuff like that. Immortals are the first thing that came to mind, but maybe they were an outlier. I thought, because I remember last stream when I got that Brandon Crawford captain's card, not Crawford, Brandon Lau captain's card, and I was like, oh, this card's gonna make me want to like keep playing, because it was power boost to cards under 100 contact, and then within probably 2-3 days that card was already out of my lineup because I had too many cards over 100 contact already. Different loud part of the fan base, but not the same part complaining about two things. Right. Sometimes it is. I've definitely seen, like, myself and others, like, content creators arguing against the thing that they were asking for in a previous time. I feel like I've seen that. But yeah, a lot of times... just maybe awaken a different part of the fan base. By the way, I'm gonna play till around 7. I don't have a ton of juice left in my voice. That's kind of the plan from the first place. So I'm hoping to get this game and one more after that.
That's a ball. 2 and 2.
That's to plan. Because I was working from home and sick this week, I also got to watch some TV, which I haven't done in a while. So I finished The Bear season 3. I'm watching that with my wife. And then I finished Succession, and I finished Umbrella Academy. Both of those were in their last season, the 4th season, I think, for both. And Umbrella Academy, I did not realize that it was the last season. Succession, I knew, and someone had already spoiled it for me, like a year ago. Umbrella Academy, the last 2 seasons, I thought were super boring. I thought the ending itself, like, was almost cool, but, like, it almost also felt like a cop-out. Not to give too many spoilers. But Succession, I thought the last season was really good. Even though I knew, like, what was going to happen, I thought it was really good. Here we go. Did the dude succeed in successioning? I guess so. House of Dragons, the only show you've watched lately. Did you watch all of, what's it called? Game of Thrones? I'm curious to know if there's any House of Dragon fans that didn't watch Game of Thrones. As it was coming out, nice. You watch Succession, Jackie? I get 5 foul balls out of the zone. 4 so far.
Ball.
Wife got you into it? Nice.
1, 2,
Did she read it?
3.
Also obsessed with Succession. No, neither of you read it. Gotcha. I watched Dune 2 yesterday, finally.
That's a ball. That's inside.
I've talked, I wouldn't say extensively, but I've definitely talked about Dune 1 on stream in the past. Dune food. And I haven't watched TV in a good bit, sadly. That's probably okay.
The batter number 7. Second
Need a break sometimes.
Craig Biggio.
Keep thinking Dylan Dingler is Craig Biggio. Because I bat with him, and then Craig Biggio comes up like 2 batters later, and I'm like, wait, I thought I just hit with him.
Nope. Ball.
That's probably a strike. What I always said about Dune 1 was that
2 and 2.
I wished I had seen it not when it came out, and instead like after Dune 2 and had come out. And I forgot that there was going to be a Dune 3, so I thought Dune 2 was going to be like a conclusion.
The second baseman, Jackie.
But I felt about Dune 2 the same way I felt about Dune 1.
Ball low.
I thought it was like very tangibly book to movie. And I didn't feel like the conclusion was that satisfying for me.
Did he go?
And so I wish I had waited to see it until the whole series was out. Because I feel like it was, like a lot of people talked about it as a 2-part movie. And then, I don't know if like in the middle somewhere, they're like, no, let's do 3 parts instead. Or if I just like misunderstood. Yo, what up, ASG? Happy Sunday, sir. I'm good with seeing parts of a trilogy or duology. Isn't there like 40 books of them to write off or something? I thought it was 1 book,
1-0.
but I forget. What are we talking about? We're talking about Dune. We were also talking about other TV shows. I watched Succession this week. Finished Succession, Umbrella Academy, and season 3 of The Bear. The Bear. But that also, Jackie, like I thought it was 1 book, and then someone also was like, "Oh no, there's more." And then I think there's a TV show on HBO or something. But it's about like the Bene Gesserit. Oh, big throw, nice on a 99 speed. It's like set 10,000 years before the Dune
Hee-haw.
story. So I don't know.
0-1.
They're fine enough, but they are like slowly paced. Don't have a way to fix it. It's just long and slow. That's how it is. I agree. Like, I don't think it's... That's how I feel about it, is that it feels like it should be faster. I'm not saying everything... Excuse me. I'm not saying I need to watch something that's fast-paced every time. But I think it is built to be more fast-paced. Like, it should have been more fast-paced. Dune's a trilogy now. Didn't even know it was part 1 until it hit theaters. Exactly the same. We were just saying that with Matt, too. I didn't know it was a 2-parter until the day that I watched it. And then I didn't know it was a 3-parter until, like, kind of really recently before I watched it yesterday, but I had forgotten that it was also a 3-parter trilogy. When it came out, I still thought it was just 2 parts. So I don't know if they like changed it in the middle or something, because I remember like having conversations about how it was supposed to be just 2 parts when it first came out. Better as a TV show, that's what I was also thinking. Because like Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul, I think those are like perfect examples of
1-1.
being slow, but also like feeling
Inside.
right,
Ball.
feeling like it's the right pace. Like you wouldn't want Breaking Bad to be faster. What is happening? What is this park? Bless you, I think. What do people say after a cough? Shut up, probably. Or if I just watched it in half-hour sessions.
Ball.
Same with Spider-Man verse. Yup. I'm also not a big like cliffhangers person.
Ball. That's in. Ball.
I could see that about you. Please get out. Oh my god, I had such good swings this inning. Thank God. I thought that was an out for sure. It's got to be because of the fountains, right? We always blame the fountains.
0 balls, 1 strike. That's a ball. 1-1.
Yeah. Infinity War
That's a ball.
was a cliffhanger, but it also was a complete story. Trying to think of how I felt after that. I remember, like, I didn't like the ending of Empire Strikes Back. Wait. Is that the 5th one? The 5th Star Wars? I feel like that was the first time I really experienced, like, a cliff... It wasn't really a cliffhanger, but it felt inconclusive. Return of the Jedi is the 6th. What is the 2nd one called? Clone Wars? Gotcha. And it's been a while. I feel like Infinity War was so fast. I feel like a lot of stuff happened in Infinity War to the point where I was like, okay, that's cool. And then it was like a big... I feel like the end of Infinity War, there was a lot of things that happen with Thanos. Like, they kill him, but they don't kill him. Then they go back in time and they, like, undo the thing. Then everybody disappears. Like, it felt like when that happened, when, you know, like, Thor gets there and then he says, you should have gone for the head. Like, I feel like that moment felt like a conclusion was happening. And obviously it wasn't quite a conclusion, and then obviously everybody disappears. I'm giving spoilers because I feel like we are past spoilers point. Hopefully everybody's watched it, but I felt like in the moment you felt like a conclusion was happening, even though it, like, then it changes up a little bit versus some others where Spider-Verse, the 2nd one, you get the conclusion for, like, Gwen's story. But then you start to have, like, the rise of the next part of Miles' story. And there's a little bit of, like, timing gap, I feel like, on that. Where you start to feel that rise of the new story. And then it ends. So that kind of cliffhanger, like, gets me a little bit more. Cliffhanger because the good guys lost. Could have ended with Thanos winning. The cake is a lie, and so is this stream. Hola, sir. Is it cake? How you doing on this fine Sunday? 15 games for the events today. Let's go. What was the event card again? Fast and Furious just ended abruptly. Wasn't a complete story. People love cliffhangers but hate waiting to see the conclusion of that cliffhanger. Explain. Because I feel like if you didn't have to wait, then it's not a cliffhanger. So, isn't the hating to wait to see the conclusion the whole thing? People want shows to have cliffhangers, but drops full seasons at a time so they can just binge it all. Okay, let me ask this. Just stick to TV. Is there a difference? Are you talking about between Tuesday night and next Tuesday night there's a cliffhanger and people want that? Is there a difference between that and people want end of season 3 cliffhanger into season 4 cliffhanger, either 4 or 5 months later, a year later, or like a movie like 2-3 years later? Is there a difference between a 3-year gap and a 1-year gap and what you're talking about? Fast and Furious isn't over yet. We're still talking about the show 25. I need to get my quote about Uniform Editor. Have they done anything that you were looking for so far, Greg? How about them White Sox? I got an alert a few minutes ago, Zach, that said, don't let the White Sox get hot. 2-game win streak for the first time in like 3 months. The Sylvester Stallone movie?
Nope, that's in.
Rocky? Oof. Long stare, no. Usually a big plot twist or reveal or drama point. The point is that it comes at the end of the episode, but those big things won't just happen in the middle of a show. Are they going to make 40 wins? I don't think so. Oh, the movie itself was called Cliffhanger. Ah. I should have known. Currently, Nikolai, they are not on pace to win the 40 games. Like, they have to win, like, 40% of the rest of their games or something. Maybe even 30%, which is higher than their current winning percentage.
2-0.
They aren't guaranteed. Not only are they not guaranteed, Zach, they can't even get a top 10 pick. The earliest pick they can get is, like, number 11. Or maybe number 6. I believe it's top 10. I think they're outside the top 10. Had some cool kills. Bad 80s movie or 90s. There are only 10 fonts in the game, only one of which is used by an MLB team, and only one team uses that font. That's actually really interesting. I didn't think about that. Shoved a guy through a stalagmite. Oh my god. Ah, Bears. I actually watched half the game last week, and I'm planning on watching the game tonight. So I'm excited for that. How many Orioles games have you been to this year? Or you're more of like going to the minor league games, though, right? Or now that everybody's like graduated to the MLB team? More layers, a sleeve patch location, more stripe options, 3 colors instead of 2. Okay. That's a great question, Greg. They probably have to use... Well, what do you think? Do you think they use fonts for that?
0-2.
Like, do you think they create a font, or are they... Oh my goodness. Yeah, that might have been catchable. Just didn't get there fast enough. Do you think they create a whole font for that? Or do they just, like, pencil it in? North of 40 games split between MLB and MILB. That's cool.
1-1.
Sounds like a really productive season. Are you writing and everything for them? Also, how's post-graduation been? Oh, nice. I did not think I was getting to that. Get rid of some of them, but that shouldn't be used like the Goss style. Get to commentate this year. Let's go. I think Kyle's doing some commentating now, too. What up, Dan? How was music lessons?
That's a ball.
Gothic. Gotcha. Still writing? Noise. Post-graduation's been hell? Oh, no. Why is that? I was not expecting that answer, to be honest with you. If you did the Walgreens logo, nobody would notice. Would anybody notice? It's not the Nationals. Probably not. I want to know if it's actually the same font, too. Starving, though? Ooh. I'm on for one more game after this, so... Get some good food in you. Nice microwave burrito. Every font logo striping pattern to be part of the uniform editor and be able to put logos anywhere on the uniform. Something like 99% of the uniforms I would want to create would be possible. Yeah. Valid. Because they did obviously it's not the same thing, but one of the visions they had for Create a Stadium was that they turned all of their existing stadiums into like components. So a lot of the stuff you see in the background here, I think the backdrop is like from Comerica. Obviously they've got the Royals Jumbotron. It's like these are all pulled from other ballparks. And so I feel like they should be able to do that. Not that they should be able to, but the vision could be similar for uniforms. Nikolai Sakoth now. Panda had a good outing today. I saw a quick clip of that. Where is he pitching? Is it minor leagues or is he pitching in another like country? Get up, ball. 104 off the bat. Thank you. Needed some insurance for sure. I have a 3-run lead in this game because this person did not show up for the first 5-6 batters. So in reality, this game is kind of tied. I have a better chance of finding Matt Wieder's Cy Young Award than finding a job. Oh no. What are you applying to right now? If it makes you feel better, it took me about 10 months to find a job. My first job out of college. And out of like 100 applications, I got 0 responses. Jobs that I was like on paper probably qualified for. Especially for Staten Island. Wow. So it is another country. Yes. Solid blue, red uniform tops with the Ranger script font. I think those would look good. I should have had somebody warm already. It was a big mistake. Where are you applying? Yes. That's my response. What industry are you applying for? Was my question. Like, yes. I'm overqualified for all of them. Out of 100 applications, don't get called back. Yeah. Qualification I have is professional sleeper. Alright, let's get Trevino in the game. I want to see a game that's Pablo Sandoval versus Brett Phillips. Where I just need a job. Yeah, I feel you. That's kind of where I got to. One thing I did have to do is I reduced my resume. And then I ended up working with a recruiter. Oh, no. Both of those things helped me. Go to start selling beer? Yeah. Worked at a mattress store and he slept on the job a lot. But if I was here all stream, I would have hit 50K. Oh, man. Bummer. Jose Trevino not the move, apparently. Now are you technically losing? Not even a joke. Well, GG's to him. Still refuse to believe they can't properly code in pullover jerseys and beltless pants. They never cease to amaze. No longer technically. Yeah, that went very quickly in the wrong direction. White Sox are hiring for a manager. Get in there. Make it happen. It's worth a shot, yeah. I don't think it could get worse, could it? I think this inning all started with a diving play that I made and then threw a yellow throw. Even Tony La Russa is not Tony La Russa anymore. Is that Mariano card? I think I only need to lock in like 1 or 2 more cards to get this guy. Maybe I'll come back against him, and then he's not actually worth getting. Get through, please. All right. Let's pinch run. When they make a video game about you, or an or a biography about you, or a biography about Melvin Mora, Tony La Russa as an all-rounder. That was the pitch. Get a pool and start hot tub streaming. Now we're talking. Oh, it got through. Let's go. I gotta stay 2 here. Who cares? Let's have diamonds of all the managers that used to be players. Valid. TLR can still run. I believe it after that fight. Gio's been one of my better hitters. I want to bunt, but I'm not going to. Somebody stole my dime. It never made sense to me. Get down, ball. Oh, that's getting down for sure. Want that Craig Counsell batting stance? That's the only reason.
No balls, 1 strike. That's inside. Ball.
Send it in, Jerome. Oh boy, it's going to be close. Not even that close, apparently. I deserve this. Jude Food World Series push. It looked like it could happen after all the disconnects I was getting in a row. Unfortunately, not the case. Not today. At least I know I can still compete on Hall of Fame. Wasn't sure if I'd be able to. Okay. Michael Lorenzen. How many cards do I need? Still not enough. Where is that Mariano card? Here it is. Alright, what do I have right now? 39. Just need to collect 1 card here. Here we go. Alright, Mariano. You're my new closer. Congratulations. Who was the one that massively choked this game? He's coming out for sure. It was Trevino, I think. 14 ERA. Sure. Get out of here. Sure, buddy. All right, let's play one more. Corey Andrew Miller is still used. By who? Just you? What are the event requirements? I think it's all legend players. That's it. It might be, I think it's Legend Season 3 players, probably. By Kyle23. Love how they have 3 cards for 1 triple player card. Yeah, they have the same, what is it, the same card art. Kyle was here, he might have been the first person in stream today, actually. Thanks for giving up the heads up. Keenan Allen is not playing tonight. I'm the away team in my home ballpark. PEDs. Performance enhancing donuts? Oh, this is not my park. This is Barnes Canyon. This park doesn't have elevation, right? Keenan Allen does sound like a basketball player name. I feel like there's a lot of Allens in the league. Tony Allen, Ray Allen.
Off the plate, ball 1.
Keenan Thompson. That was also in my head, but I couldn't remember if they were a basketball player or not. Dude's throwing dots so far.
2 strikes. Did he go?
I feel like check swings have been fairly accurate so far this year.
Did he go?
I did not think I swung at that. And I knew I shouldn't say anything. I thought about it for like, you see how long I took before I said something after the check swing? The whole time I was thinking, do I want to say it or not? Keenan and Kel, goat show. And then immediately strike out on a pitch that I didn't think I swung at. That was pretty funny. That's classic. Classic, classic. This is a good Tatis card. This is live series Tatis. Is live series Tatis good? Probably. Is he going to homer on the first pitch? No.
0-1.
Arenado throws. Well, that has a 78 mile an hour circle change.
Did he go?
So I think his velo's okay. Sinker's at 96. Throwing the kitchen sink at him in the first at bat. Check swing. Still can't get into these out of position cards. They were throwing me off at first, but I accepted them eventually. Some of the pitcher batting stances I don't like too much. You got some generic windups for these guys too.
That's a ball.
But they all throw sinkers, so it's like, okay, fine.
Ball.
I'll do what I gotta
2
do.
balls, 1 strike.
Bryce Harper. Harpy. One could say.
Nope, that's inside.
I'm a little sad that like I don't get to use too much of the all-star cards because those were kind of cool. Once there are comparable players at the same position, into the binder they go perpetually. In perpetuity. True. What would be next? Is next gonna just be the finest? I think that would probably be the next big one, right? Because we got 2 weeks until the end of the season. I don't think it would make sense to have like a whole other series in between, right? Because they're also going to have like postseason cards mixed in between there.
0-2.
Bo Jackson out of sport card. Does that mean he's going to be playing a football position? Next game, they're going to be adding basketball players to this. Or WWE wrestlers. Didn't they do that in another sport game? Chapter 2 is more legends. Chapter 3, finest. Is that what they do? I forget. They don't do finest, like, as soon as the season's over. It's got one of those bobblehead cards and their head doesn't bounce around if you use them. Those are so sick, though.
0-1.
That'd be funny if it kind of like, if it changed the player model. Because it's 2K. Ah, okay. And Call of Duty can add Nicki Minaj. I got handled in that inning. I think I took at least one strike three looking.
Leading off for the American Giants, the right
Your WWE match 3 game has Ozzy Osbourne. Whoa. I don't think anything will beat Darth Maul in Tony Hawk, though. Spider-Man coming to MLB The Show. Got it. Wrestling or boxing game that has some ridiculous thing where you could have Elon Musk versus SpongeBob SquarePants. Huh. Team SpongeBob.
batting fifth, the shortstop, Bobby Witt Jr.
Yeah. 0-1.
All right. Did you play this game off stream? I was sick all week, so yeah, I played off stream this week. Elon versus Zuck. That would be fun. We were looking at my Universal profile at the start of stream day, and I have 28 hours played. Now it's about 20, or probably 30 hours now. Played more than me this week? Yeah. I actually finished the XP reward path. Like yesterday or something. Actually, I didn't play yesterday. The day before. I don't play 28 hours a month of this game? That's a lie. You have to play at least 20 hours to hit World Series, right?
Yep, that ball went out.
I guess you used to be able to do it. I don't know if it's the same way, but I guess you could do it in like 6 hours.
2 balls.
If you're starting at 700 and then go like 12-0 or something. Updog. What, pray tell, is Updog?
The count's full.
Z. That was in August when I had time. Yeah, I was saying, in the last, like, 4 months, I've probably played, like, 60 hours of video games. So half of that was, like, last week.
The center fielder, Johan Santana.
Did he go?
Need to take a walk, bro. How you feeling, Z? Still sick?
Aye. 1-1. Nope. Outside. Did he go?
85%? Gotcha. I feel like I've at 85% for, like, the whole week as well.
Count's full.
Because I don't feel too bad, but I still have, like, this congestion. I saw Dude Food recently. That's what is up, dog. Yes, sir. Adventures in New York. Did you have to stay home from work? I was working from home. So, kind of yes and no. So I still had to work. Which is probably why I'm still sick. I'm even looking for that pitch. Not even close to it.
Ball, that's in.
School tomorrow? That's good. Got my work from home schedule starting, so I'll work from home tomorrow, but then I'll be back in the office on Tuesday. I just get like one coughing attack at some point during the day, and then like the rest of the day, it's fine. 20 days till you turn 18? You mean 13?
Aye. 0-2.
Don't be silly, Dan.
He's out.
Don't be lying to stream.
0-1.
Can't believe it either. Dan's gonna be a whole adult, kind of.
0-2 is the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
You're ancient.
3.
Dan has gained much wisdom since the start of Dude Food. Introduce yourself as 16 years old.
Ball, that's out. Ball 2.
No.
Now batting, the third baseman, Fernando Tatis.
Counts
I thought he would be swinging.
Aye.
That pitch was out of the zone. Let's make sure this gets out of the zone.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Good pitch to run on.
No easy
I think a perfect throw may have got him, but it was like a slow tag from Biggio too.
Aye.
Okay. I feel like I lost 2 years of social life, like in the last 2 years, or like COVID. All right, time to gear up for fastball because he's throwing at least one high fastball per at bat now.
Aye.
At least.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Don't know how to interact with people anymore. I still feel that way. Like I still feel like I have good interactions with people, but there's something about like having like good conversations where I feel like after COVID, like I haven't gotten back to. I've never been able to get back to like that. You co-oping? Not today, but we're gonna co-op starting Wednesday.
No, that's foul.
I'm first for co-op. It's gonna be Greg first if he's playing Wednesday, and then the rest of it, I don't know how I'll do the queue. But what we're gonna do is, I think every stream we're just gonna have some people to play with, so it's not gonna be like, oh, we win a game and then next people queue with me. It's gonna be that stream I'm playing with these 2 people. So I think we'll do it that way. Claim. I put a thing in Discord, but I don't know. Is anybody able to edit com for Q?
0-1.
We could throw some names in there. In the queue, yeah, you can.
That's ball 2.
Exclamation point moo. Still there. Oh, so cute.
2-2 the count.
Bruh. All right, the swings are hit some balls pretty hard that inning.
Leading off for Anaheim,
So we are close to making a breakthrough at least. I'm gonna make you lose every single game. Jackie's throwing on purpose already.
Outside.
It's already planning for it.
Aye. 1-1.
Playing the performance enhancing donuts. I already made that joke. Get with it, Dan. What's the real queue? We're gonna put Greg first, and then it's gonna be everybody else who wants in. Just put names, Jackie, if you can. Just put
0-1, no
names,
strikes.
and I'll sort out like who's playing when after that. Song request. What, you don't like the song? You don't like Empty Air 001?
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Love it. Not for me, though. I can't get hits. Just buddy over here. Just testing your stream elements.
Ball.
Greg Diablo, Jackie, Dan Z. Let's also add Nikolai in there. Let's put Kyle. Kyle was asking last stream. And yeah, anybody else who wants to be in there. Also, whoever reacted to that post in Discord. So let me take a look at that. Empty air. Oh, no, you're kidding? Okay. That's fine. No problem. No problem. I'm not crying. Who's crying? Playing Quidditch? Yeah. How's that going?
2-0.
Oh, you were going off of that. Gotcha.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Nikolai with a C, apparently. I suck, but I'm having fun. Is there like ranked and stuff in that? Want to hear a funny story? Let's do it. Are you a Gryffindor main?
Shortstop, Bobby Witt Jr.
Not sure. A coworker that you think is still a high schooler. You rank your creative team. Gotcha. Okay, we hit the ball pretty well last inning. Let's get a couple high fastballs and tank them.
Did he go?
Not sure if the transit out had a good time. They had given us a name
Ball.
that they want to use, which isn't their birth name. Okay. A washed dude food chatter.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Discord post was the last thing I put in general chat.
Out.
Now batting, designated hitter,
Dude food ain't your birth name? It is.
Justice.
Food, comma, dude.
1-0.
Middle name is 27. It's not hyphenated, it's just
1 ball, 1
underscored.
strike. Foul ball.
Decided they want to pick their own name, which may be a trend. Also, young people being online. Does it... Like, online you get to pick your name and everyone calls you that? Yeah. It's actually dude food underscore rules. He's just modest.
Eduardo Escobar.
As soon as I started timing up the high fastball, he started doing these dot splitters. And then I'm off the fastball.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Meat stuff food.
Ball 1.
Talked about their name being Jason, asking if it came from a character in a movie. Was this conversation on Friday the 13th?
2-2 the count.
One dude whose wife had to find out she was taking the last name of underscore. Own original character for a fan fiction they wrote, and I thought that was so cringy. That's actually like insane to like think about. Does that mean they write fan fiction for themselves at that point? Even if it didn't start out that way? Does that mean any future fan fiction is a fan fiction of themselves?
one's the count.
Now that I want to know what it's a fan fiction of. I don't know if it's just because I'm old and people think their age think that's a normal. Very well could be. You saw me and my chat franchise character in the same room, you wouldn't be able to tell a difference. True. They look exactly the same.
The first baseman, Lynn.
Completely true.
0-1.
I feel like my pitching's gotten a lot better. I mean, my confidence is high, like Arnado's confidence is high. So that helps, but... Biggio to Biggio. Some of the goofy chat franchise player names. Oh boy. 6'10 with a giant beard, Mr. Peanut. If this is normal, then I don't want to be.
That's a ball.
Minus a full 1 foot. Just a clerical error.
1-1.
Little typo here and there.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Pretty good throw. I tell my job I want to be referred to as Mr. Peanut. Does chat franchise count as a fan fiction? Oh geez, remember Burgermeister Laddie? What were some other good ones? Primavera La Cat?
Nope. Ball 1.
Have 1 hit in this game?
Now pitching, Joe Kelly.
Ball. That's inside.
He's a real person / cat, so it's legit. Yeah, Diablo fanfic where he wins everything. True. Diablo's the main character of chat franchise. It just pooped on that sinker. On the corner.
Yeah. Hey. Ball.
Why is it so easy to dot for this person on Hall of Fame? MV me.
Inside. Ball 1.
That was certainly a pitch. I was Gold Glove guy. True. Trying to think of any like really good names.
Hey. 0-1's the count.
Florida State Seminoles. I'm probably the clown. The clown of the fanfic. Ozzy Albies trying to knock me out of the game here. Might be yellow energy after this at bat. Auto shift working for me. Remember there was a CF draft board? I don't remember because we did do like a couple of like the Moneyball League thing,
0-1.
which never actually like we would always do the draft and everything, and then it would never like we would never actually get to play. We'd get through like half the season. But anyway, I feel like we used the draft for that or something.
He's out.
Scarecrow and Mrs. King. Renhefo takes a pitch.
1-1. Ball, that's out. Ball 3.
Apparently, I took a 3-hour nap today and I don't remember it.
Aye.
Can't tell if that's awesome or horrific. Chat franchise NFTs, yeah. It was a good time. But you actually get something for them.
That's ball 4.
Dang it.
Take your base.
It's even more funny that I invented NFTs.
Aye.
And then I was like, no, wait, this is
Ball
stupid.
1's the count.
And then never released them.
Ball 1.
Of course, you don't remember. You were asleep.
Inside ball.
All right, we're going to a lefty. Did I not warm somebody up? Completely hallucinated that, apparently. I sent you 2 Danny Thicken cards. Like, actual cards. I actually don't remember that at all. I know I did a thing where, like, if you collected all the cards, you got a Dude Food shirt. There aren't any good names, Rip. Gonna be able to create our own power-ups. Who, what, where, when, why, how?
Now pitching. Wade. Ball.
Ball, that's outside.
It's almost Dude Food hoodie season. Let's go.
That's ball 2.
Twitch power-ups? I heard something about that, but not anything I really know about. It's not the most creative group.
3 balls, 1 strike.
How was that not a strike? Yikes.
Full count. 3-2. Aye.
Thank goodness. Should we go back to Dude Food 2021?
Ball, that's just
Where it's MLB The Show? Nah, I think you're
ball, that's out.
you're making it up, Dante.
Aye.
Oh nah, this dude trash. I have a feeling this is the first Hall of Fame game for this guy.
3.
For me, if I've put the ball in play, it's been hard hit. But I feel like I struck out a lot in this game. This game is cricket? Yes.
That's inside.
Foosball. It's a foosball version of cricket.
Nope. Inside. Ball 2. Ball 3.
Food I'm hungry. All game. All game. Might actually have to look at hit feedback after this game. This is it's going to be quite something. That's why you don't play in Barnes Canyon.
Ball.
Might as well play in Red Rocks at this point.
2 strikes. Out.
Looks 200 miles an hour. Somebody say Red Rocks?
American Giants. The center fielder. Mike. Trout.
Sure, buddy. You can have that one. I don't mind. I wasn't planning to get you out or anything.
The first baseman. Lance. Lynn.
Thank you for that, Dan. You have gold players on your team? I think I logged on and in 4 seconds had an all-diamond team. Actually, the first stream, I think I had 2 gold players on my team. And then by like day 2, because the XP reward path moves so fast, And also the team affinities. Just rack them up. So literally, if you play like 4 games, you'll have all diamonds. Got some speed on the bases too. See if it's a good time for a lefty. Not as much power against lefties for this Tatis card, and then Albies is better against lefties. But we're gonna put him in because they've got the Harper after that. Diamonds, but they're season 1 to 2 cards. Gotcha. Yeah, I think most of the Dane's be coming in.
Outside, that's a ball.
What's the word I'm looking for? Most of the wild card spots, I think, are in collections right now. Maybe at least 1 or 2 of them. We get them kind of early. And then one of them's like in a season 2 collection or something like that. That's what killed the enjoyment. Yeah, we were having a discussion about that earlier today. Very polarizing. They have a better shot at third base? I don't think so. I think they both had that stolen. I could walk Albies to get to Harper, but I think they're going to pinch hit for Harper anyway. So we might as well not necessarily go right after Albies, but be careful with them. Whenever you don't know, you just say a certain je ne sais quoi. True. Oh, we're making contact with that. Okay, all right, sure. You have elapsed 50K.
No, he's safe.
The catcher, number 34.
I will never get used to moving meters. This game, like this particular game, has felt okay with the moving meter. I'm just like, I don't have enough reps. But there are some games where the meter moves, but it moves like too late. Please catch that. It like moves too late, so it's like laggy. It's like, okay, there's no way I could have thrown a green on that. Any different from anywhere else online? I honestly, Dante, I've been thinking about selling until like, what's it called? Until MLB The Show came out on PS Plus, I was seriously considering selling my PlayStation and getting rid of my PlayStation Plus. So to that level, because I've been just focusing on like PC gaming for the little I have been gaming. And so I barely know anything about the PS5 Pro. My opinion is that it's a little funky that it doesn't have a disc tray for $700. Like, I don't think it's worth it probably, but I also don't know, like, I don't know enough the details about the specs to really say if it's worth $700. I don't think it would have made sense to make it cheaper. So it's just kind of like, why does this exist in the first place kind of thing? But yeah, I guess I don't really know what other people are saying, so. Oh my god, the ball finally got down. That'd be the end of an era, right?
Now batting, the catcher, Dylan Dingler. Now pitching,
Mason Miller.
Miller.
0-1.
What is your opinion, Dante?
1-1.
Sony's still supporting PS4. They aren't going to put out games that push a PS5 Pro. Was that what the new Astrobot was for? To show off the PS5 Pro? No way. Pretty sure I hit that.
Leading off for Anaheim, the right fielder, Louis Renfifo.
But yeah, that's just such a weird... Everything that happened with this generation of console just makes it so odd.
Ball one.
And even if they weren't supporting PS4, PS5 Pro, sorry, even if they weren't supporting PS4 anymore, there's still like Xbox S, which holds back the generation too. So it's just a complete mess. That's one of the reasons why I did kind of like commit to PC gaming.
3 balls, 1 strike. Hey, 2.
It's like I don't want to be bound anymore by old technology. Like at this point, consoles are, they're in a weird place because of the price gap, I think, where it's much easier to build a competitive price point PC. Or even if it's not competitive, like proportional. Let me say it that way. A PC that's proportional in price to a console for how much you're going to get for it. And I think it swings... it probably already always has swung way in the favor of PC, but... I was already halfway there. I'll say it just for me personally. I was already halfway there for having some parts that were already pretty good. And now it's like, okay, there's no reason for me to stick to it, other than the fact that I do like controller. I like the feel of playing controller. Why did he take so long? I could have gone to second base at that point. If I knew he was going to take that long, I would have just thrown to second base. Retro enthusiast, personally bound myself. I have everything. True, true. Personally don't care about the Pro. Just read some things online about it and people's opinions, for sure. All right. Red, you can buy a superior PC for like $1,000 if you're going to shell out $700. Exactly. That's where like it becomes a different like price category for sure.
That's a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count. Ball 2.
Good take. The first PC I made, I got a lot of parts on like Black Friday and stuff, but the PC itself was like $900. It had a pretty solid CPU for the time. It was one of the better CPUs for gaming at the time. I cheaped out on the GPU, but you could have gotten like a really solid GPU for another $300. So you could say that PC could have cost $1,200. The PC I have now probably costs much more, but for a PC that can handle way more than my console can, so. PS5 Pro is cheaper for the same thing, but the difference PS5 Pro is bound to PS games, yep. And obviously not like productivity or anything. Games being throttled for lesser systems, yep. Is that a perfect? My first hit in like 6 innings. Actually, no, I had that Eduardo Escobar hit a couple innings ago. So now I'm at 3 hits, baby. Let's go.
Hey. 0-1's the count.
Play anything and not throttled, yeah.
Hey.
Got a lot more customization on how your settings are going to work and everything. Peripherals.
Nope. 1 ball.
I just don't like mouse and keyboard. I've been getting slowly better at mouse and keyboard, but I still don't like it. It's also like a totally different way to play when you don't have aim assist. Like mentally, it's just completely different. So when you have aim assist, you're trying to like finesse the aim assist, but you're also like working against it. It's like weird. It's like you're working against the aim to really make the most of your aim assist. And it's a lot more raw on mouse and keyboard. So I do like that. There's like weird things that happen with aim assist where you're just like, you're aiming at somebody, but then somebody is like behind that person. And so the aim assist grabs onto the other person and you're like, okay, well, what do we do from here? My two of my three hits were on perfects. Contact miss. I missed 36 swings, which is a lot. Good contact, 16 of them. 6 of them were outs, 9 of them were foul. I had more good swings than well, I did have a lot of weak, but they were fouls. 2 weak outs. What am I looking at? I have 2 weak outs and 6 good outs. 5 okay outs. I was only late 10 times in that game. 15 good timings. Yeah, I don't know. Hey, yo, what happened here? In the middle innings, I was crushing the ball for a lot of outs. So I was trying to see how bad it really was. Because I don't have swing feedback on anymore. And I'm happy about that. But sometimes you're just wondering, what is happening? It's so sad that college football is on PC. That's surprising. But it is what it is. We are vibing. I'm gonna start co-ops on Wednesday, Kyle. I don't know, like we're gonna set up some queues, so I'll reach out and see like who's gonna play for each week. But we're just gonna have like a couple people play each week, kind of go from there. Oh, World Series reward. Barry Larkin. I've been wanting this card. Paul O'Neill's pretty good looking, but you gotta play him DH pretty much. So we're gonna take Barry. I don't think this is sellable, right? In that choice pack. Got a yellow throw and lost pretty much. Wait, that was last game. Oh, both games, the last two games were sparked. The losses were sparked by yellow throws. So I'll let you know. It might be me and you might play this Wednesday, but I'm gonna play with Greg this Wednesday for sure, and then we'll see about, well, depending on if he's free, but we'll see. I'll let you know, and I'll let everybody know when will be good times to play with particular people. So if not this week, if you guys basically, I'm saying if you don't get to play this week co-op, you will get a chance for sure. Get edge class at 9 on Wednesdays. Will you still be on then? 9 Eastern time, right? I'm going to be working from home now on Wednesdays, so I'm going to be starting at like 6:30 Central time, and I'll probably go till like 9 Central time. So that would give you like an hour. If not, maybe I'll do some weekend streams here and there. We'll see. No promises. But there will probably be days where I can't stream on Wednesday anyway. We might do it Thursday, so we'll see. We'll see. We'll make something work. Taxes, because that's going to make it way more expensive, around $760 to $770. Yeah, we have about 10% here in Illinois too. Dan can't play on weekdays. Maybe we'll do Kyle and Dan on a weekend somewhere. We shall see. Perhaps on another another Sunday stream at some point. I'm getting scammed. We'll make it happen. Appreciate you guys hanging. Hope you had a good time. I'm gonna go watch the Bears game, eat some food. And I'm gonna learn how to base run better and throw the green throws. Honestly, I really should genuinely get into practice my throws, because even in the short period that I played last year and now in this short time this year, I've been really shooting myself in the foot with some bad throws. And I don't want to sell the team on the co-op games. Watching the Bears too. Nice. Have a good football night. You too. Appreciate you guys. Hope you had a good time. Have a good week. Hopefully I'm Continuing to not be sick. Still feel sick. We'll try to go from there. Have a good night, y'all. We'll go say hi to Demon Chase. And I will catch you guys on Wednesday, earlier stream, 6:30 Central Time. We've been doing like 7:45 lately, so check it out. 6:30 is the time that I'm shooting for. If there's any updates, I'll update you in Dude Food Discord. Feel gooder, friendo. Appreciate you, man. Have a good night. Peace.